All right, so we're going to show how to, we're going to try this, and we don't know if it works or not, but on your 36 horse, we'll have a little bit different diameter tubing by doing this, but we're going to try saving these heater boxes. If you've noticed, they're really, really super expensive on the internet, for sale at the parts stores. So what we're going to do is, so we've separated this one. And we're going to go ahead and fix it by replacing the existing with J-tubes. So we're going to take these J-tubes here we got. These are large diameter ones. And even though it's going to be a little bit bigger diameter, maybe, I don't know how it's going to affect the performance. I mean, it's a 36 horse, so what do you expect? It's not going to really, what is it going to give you? Like, more horsepower, or, that's not going to make that much difference, I'm sure. So we're going to go ahead and put those J-tubes in. We may have to open up the heater box a little bit right here to make them fit. And then, so we've got this part in the vise right here. This is the other half. This is what it looks like apart. And you just remove these little tabs on some of them. And these ones here actually have bolts on it. So you can have either style. I think these are probably early ones. It's my guess. And these are later ones. So stay tuned. We're going to show you how to fix these. I'll talk to you guys in the next section. So we just decided to go ahead and rebuild these heater boxes. Since these are so expensive, they sell these kits at Wolfsburg West. Basically it's an exact J-tube bend as the original. They come in really thick metal. They're not like, like if you get your typical J-tube, they're about twice the weight of the regular J-tube you get. So it comes like this, and it comes with a little flange piece, and they're not too expensive really in consideration of how much the heater boxes are. So we just decided to go ahead and rebuild these, and then we'll have a good set regardless of what we do with the engine. So one of the things I'm going to show you guys how to do this, if you're going to do this yourself, is, see, these are hot, I don't know. Well, if you realize after you try to put a little bit of heat on these, on the studs, you don't want to get them too hot. So if you get them really hot, then what will happen is you'll actually melt the head. So what we do is, regardless of, we'll try and get them off with a little bit of heat, but before we get them too hot, if we realize they're not going to come off, what we do is take a hammer and chisel, and actually chisel the nut in half. So you take your hammer, you make sure your chisel is nice and sharp, and then you just take it like this, and you hammer that nut right in half, break it in half, and break it off, so that you're not having to drill these out. Sometimes you break them off, you have to drill it out and put a new stud in, but a lot of times you'll end up saving it because if you're sitting there trying to get them off, maybe you even try to turn them and you end up, snapping the stud off. It's a whole lot easier just to go ahead and break them off with a chisel, and then just just rethread it with some with a die, and clean up threads, and then just run it again. So that's a little trick for doing that. So anyway, we'll update you as we go here. We're going to take a break right now probably, and then we'll come back and let you guys check it out. Alright, so this is what it looks like inside the heater box after you get them on. So you weld, there's a little bracket on these. Some of them don't have the bracket, some of them do. The early style, oh, maybe it did. I guess both of them had it. This little bracket that holds this thing sturdy so it doesn't move around. Probably these studs should get replaced, but we're just going to be running this for another demo in a minute here. But at least it's a whole lot easier to get a stud out. And like I said, if you go and heat them up too much, you might welt your head. So you're better off trying to split them in half and take them off. There's what the insides look like there on both of these styles. Let's take a look here. One of the reasons you want to save these, and the quality of the old springs and stuff is probably better than the new ones are. I don't know. But they're pretty detailed inside. So yeah, you can see here that how it works, the little operation of the flapper, and you got to put all this stuff right back together, the little spring, and the this thing kind of stays in here, fits in this little groove. You can see right here, this little shaft fits in that, and then the springs hold in place. So you kind of have to just put it into place very carefully. And then this little flapper opens and shuts the heater box, and all that stuff's in good shape. So, you know, versus spending, I don't know what they're like, $300 a piece or something like that for new ones. I don't even know. Crazy money. You can rebuild them, save your heater boxes. Alright, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up on the heater box one. We'll be showing some more video on this. We're actually going to fix the exhaust. I'm going to kind of we're going to patch up this here. We don't have exactly the right size tube. What we're going to do is kind of split it down the middle, and then take two halves and stack them together, and then make the right size opening, and then just put a clamp on the other end. Just for now, so we can get it to, so we can hear what it sounds like. We don't know if it's running all 4 cylinders, but it's really so noisy and stuff. So figured try that, and then we'll have another run video on this engine and do a compression test and stuff. Talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.